Okay, as the adventure continues, I'm going to give this a go. I'm not sure if this will work, but pretty sure it's not the magnetron, as it's all within spec, having tested it again. And now I'm trying to work out whether it's that power supply board or whether it's this one that goes direct to the magnetron. This one I'm feeling like it is. So what I've done is I've disconnected all the power going to that. If it still trips it up, then I'm leaning towards something in there. If it doesn't, if it still trips it up, then I'm leaning into something in there. If it doesn't, then I reckon that's probably my fault there, and that's the one I need to take off. There's a good chance, though, that by disconnecting these connectors, I've probably disabled some of the safety features that would not let you start the microwave anyway. So we're yet to be determined, because obviously you don't have to close the circuit to make it work. So what I'm going to do is, unfortunately, got to save a fuse. So I'm one fuse up at the moment after the amount that I've blown. I seem to normally trip the circuit breaker as well as blow a fuse at the same time. So turning it back on again, starting, got lights, which is good. Reset the clock, 1 o'clock it is, I guess. That can come out, door is lights, door closed, 90, and let's see what happens. Interesting. Oh, not so interesting. So, okay, that's that lasted 3 seconds. So I think we are leaning towards that. But what's interesting is it didn't blow the fuse. So what I'll do is, I think, as a matter of course, I'm going to take both of them out, because clearly there's probably, I think if I showed you how bad the old magnetron was, there's a good chance that either that went and blew a number of things in both power supplies, or that went because there was a fault in one of these two. So it's, I think there's been a bit of a daisy chain effect that's taken place. But at the end of the day, I mean, so far, for a £425 refurbished unit that I've already got, I'm in for 40 quid for that, and geez, probably about another well, a whole lot of fuses and a light, which the light was working, so theoretically I didn't have to get. So I'm in for about 45 quid. So even if I spent probably another 50 on a repair of these two boards, I would still be happy with that, in the sense that I'm probably 300 quid better off. Right, so we're back again, and after some serious deliberation and thinking about things, I've opted to replace out the inverter. Now, reasons for this thought process is, one, when I had that connected and I flicked the switch, it blew the main fuse on the power supply board. Secondly, when we disconnected it, the microwave ran for about 3 seconds, and then I feel that one of these brown wires, which is normally associated with these switches, is a safety feature that's probably associated with the inverter. Purely supposition, but take it for what it is. The third reason is also that I believe that the power supply board is fused and it's got the fuse which protects the board. So every time it's blown the fuse, it's protected the board. So the board theoretically should work, and it also is providing everything sufficiently for the convection side of the oven. Granted, they're probably different circuits, but at the same time, the microwave section that goes to the inverter has blown its fuse when it's been connected. Didn't blow when it wasn't. So after a little bit of searching, I managed to find a guy that has one of these boards, new one, in box. The other thing I noticed, that when I searched the Neff website and finally managed to find some spares for this microwave, that this part has now been discontinued, and they've got a newer variant of it, which I imagine is probably got the upgraded bits in to prevent it doing whatever happened here. I think this melting here was a bit of a red herring, because if you come over and we look at the new one, there's got the melting there. Now that's obviously assuming that this is 100% brand new, and it is just what they say. I'll give credit where credit's due. The guy did say, look, he went to go and dispatch the box. He said the product has been tested. It is 100% working fine, but the box had been opened and was out of its packaging. So he was going to give me a £20 refund. Fantastic. He's also given it a 6-month warranty, which is also fantastic. So it's quite nice that he's backed his item, and I've obviously got that in an email, which tells me that the audit trail is sound, so I can utilize that if necessary. So what I'm going to do now, remove that, replace with the said new one, and let's hope we've finished with our oh bugger moments, and this could be time to start buttoning her back up. Interestingly, I guess whatever model, because this is a shared part number with a number of other models, comes with its own earthing cable soldered in there. The original doesn't have that. What it does have is this this bonding lead, which goes on there, screws on there, and then attaches to the chassis. Yeah. So what I think I'll do is I'll just snip this one off. And the reason why is because when you look on the back, where that comes in to there is obviously linked and earthed to that point anyway. So whichever way I do it, it will be earthed, and then go from there. Right.